Sports Live here on SABC, and we like to cover different sporting codes here. From running, we'll go to tennis. An award-winning tennis coach, Sabelo Mathebula, is excited to tell us about the launch of the second edition of the Mbombela Open. It's set to take place next year at the Nelspruit Tennis Club in Mbombela, and the Mbombela Open is promising to deliver in the second edition of the tournament that celebrates tennis talent and the power of sport to bring people together, as well as the role it plays in growing the Mbombela and Entlazeni district economy. And the coach, Sabelo Mathebula, joins us here on a Sports Live to talk all things tennis. Good evening from us, coach, and thanks again for being able to speak to us tonight.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you so much for having me.
Before we look ahead to the second edition, how was the first edition of the tournament?
Well, the first installment was very successful, and it was exciting to to have players coming from Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Eswatini, but and also all over the country, which was a great success, and we believe that we can only grow from here.
Yeah, and what is the purpose or the goal of this Mbombela Open? What would you like to achieve in the second year and going forward, coach?
Okay, the second edition is more focused on building on what we started on. We were able to to lay a good foundation, and we believe that it's time we take it to another level. And you'll remember that last year it was a 200,000 prize money event. But then this time around, we are hoping and looking at setting it at 500,000. More than anything, our goal is to try and make it a point that we grow the sport, to continue to grow the sport. And as much as we want to have a very massive event, we also want to make sure that our development programs or our legacy projects continue, so that we can look forward to growing the second layer, or developing the second layer of players who will one day be part of the Mbombela Open itself. Yes, we want to attract international players, and which is what we're going to do, and that is why we're expecting players who will come from other parts of the world, including Germany and others. And so we are looking forward to it. We are so excited. In fact, the launch today was a signal of a new vision, a new era, where we'll be able to take tennis to another level. Because tennis shouldn't be boring, where it's only the players playing, and we just want to bring in the spectators so that we can give them a great experience, so that we can look at tournaments like the US Open. And believe that we can be able to to go that direction, and as a country and as the province, I believe that we can be able to do it.
And are you getting support from the province, or what kind of support are you getting for this tournament?
Well, we're so excited that at the launch today we had the MEC of Culture, Sport and Recreation, and that's Mam Leya Mabuza, who graced the occasion, but also made a commitment that the provincial government, or the Department of Culture, Sport and Recreation, is there with us to make sure that we make it possible. And you'll also know that we had the president of Tennis South Africa, Mr. Gavin Crooks, who also made a commitment that they will enable certain things so that we can be able to have a great tournament. And remember, if we make the Mbombela Open great, it means that we will be adding or contributing to what the direction that Tennis South Africa is trying to take, which is to try and bring professional tennis, in the country. And as the Mbombela Open, we are so excited and want to make that contribution. But also, it shouldn't be about the professional players, but also must take care of our local players, because we want to make sure that they are part of the game, in years to come as well.
And do you have support or buy-in from the Minister of Sport? Is he aware of what you guys are doing in Mbombela with this tournament?
Great question, because Sabelo, we would like the minister to to come closer to our space. Yes, that he cannot come because he doesn't know about the event, but we are in the process, to engage the minister, and we believe that with his energy, we will be able to, to pull through the passion that he has, in growing sport in the country, would like, that energy to be transferred as well, to get a share of it, towards the Mbombela Open. As you would know, we as we run the tournament, it's not about just the sport, but it's about, the economy of the province, about the economy of the city of Mbombela, and we believe that, the minister, can be able to assist us, and we'll definitely get in touch with him to see how far the department can go.
Well, I'm sure he'll know about it now that you've been on SABC. And just finally, Coach, what's the state of tennis in South Africa? Where are we?
Well, the state of tennis, I believe that, every player, every coach is doing, their bits in their own corners. But as far as I'm concerned, it remains a challenge for us to be able to grow the sport in so many ways. Yes, there are opportunities, but if we have high-level tennis, playing in many parts of the world, or like in other African countries and beyond, where it is expensive for our local players to go and participate in those tournaments, it leaves us with a big challenge. Yes, we can have players, but if they don't have tournaments, local tournaments, that will actually help them, move closer to the professional space, it remains a challenge. And that's the reason why we have tournaments like the Mbombela Open and others in the country where, we're trying to make a contribution so that we can bring those big events here. They don't have to spend, big monies going overseas, trying to go and get points, whether ITF points or ATP points, but they should be able to play those tournaments, within South Africa, within the SADC region, within, the spaces where we are, which will make it much easier for our players. You know that currently we have Lloyd Harris, but we still need more of.
We need the Kulumuntus to come through, also Kulumonsi and some of these youngsters. But great work you're doing, Sabelo Mathebula, in Mbombela with tennis, and we wish you all the best with the Mbombela Open next year. We're going to leave this conversation there for now.